Good morning. Wait. Okay. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Chrissy G, Dalia Aquino, Abril Ardi, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. In Philippines, good evening. So I think 5:30, I think it's about 9:30, 9:39 in Philippines, right? So, one moment, let me just set up my... Okay. Yeah. So, Dale Aquino, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much. So, as usual, uh, I want to start this day with morning greetings, with expressing gratitude, and also continue with our topic. Now, our topic is why low carb? Why low carb is better? Or simply say, why low carb? Okay? So, uh, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude for waking us up this morning, for being waking up this morning healthy and alive. You know, I'm so grateful when I see the weather. You know, it's so nice. I'm so grateful that I'm healthy. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for our sporting group, and I'm so grateful to be in front of you, my friends. So because of you, I have somebody whom I could share. So sa akin, sabi ko, whether there's somebody listening or not, I have to wake up in the morning, express my gratitude. No? So mas maganda yun dahil magpa-function talaga yung mind mo. No? You think what you are grateful for. No? So this is like detox, cleansing the way we think. No? Nilalagay natin yung mga bagay na dapat nating isipin. Sadilin, thank you very much. Dalia, thank you for coming. So, yeah, that's what we are doing. You know, already before I woke up, I sit a little bit and I express what I'm grateful for. So, I'm just repeating what I said this morning. You know, yeah. So let's continue with our topic. So our topic right now is why low carb. You know? Because mm, we are living in a time na we are eating too much carbohydrates. So, because of ultra processed food. At because of ultra processed food, uh, they put a lot of additives, food, na it makes it so addicting. And because of that, you know, we eat more. We eat more than what our body needs. So if we eat more than what our body need, what will our body will do? It cannot burn. The body cannot burn everything that we eat, so we store them. So why we talk about low carb? Because of insulin. The body has insulin. No? The only way na yung glucose, yung kinakain natin, ay ma-absorb ng cells natin to convert it to energy for that we have strength is we need insulin. No? Parang yung insulin yung escort eh. Okay? So the glucose can hardly just go straight to the cells. No? The insulin has to go there, open the receptors of the cells, and the glucose will get in. And then you have strength. Okay? So yun ang ginagawa ng katawan natin. But the problem is, uh, our cells can no longer take. It's too much. So the body is resisting, no? Kaya sinasabi niya insulin resistance. So if you have diabetes, hypertension, or high blood pressure, and kidney disease, fatty liver, you are insulin resistant. So mostly yung mga chronic diseases is due to insulin resistance. Okay? Nagre-resist na yung insulin. It's too much. The body cannot take it anymore. That's why low carb is one of the best way. Lowering yung carb intake natin. Why low carb? Because yun ang nag-spike ng insulin. And one insulin spike, the purpose of insulin is to store glucose. So pag kumain ka ng protein or fats, hindi yan hindi mag-spike yung insulin mo. So that's why we are promoting low carb. For those people who are in Philippines, we have a very good doctor there, Dr. Jocelyn Rojo Tan. She really promote low carbohydrate diet. And you can follow her. You can check her on YouTube. You can check her in Facebook. She has a lot of advices. I also attend her master class. And it's very, very beneficial. And kung pinag-combine ang low carb intermittent fasting, these are the best way for us to get healed. So marami sa atin na we don't know, if we get sick already or not. And we are grateful that mayroong mga signs. We are grateful for, when we do blood tests, the triglyceride. Gilson Monta, thank you very much. Sadeline, thank you. If you go for blood tests, they check for your hemoglobin A1C, they check your triglyceride, HDL, LDL. We are grateful because through these ones, we can check if we're eating the right food. So most probably, okay, thank you, our host, Waray Waray team, yung host ng Waray Waray. Thank you very much for coming. So if we're eating, we don't know if we're eating the right food, no? But if you live mostly sa developed countries, mga developed countries, we are stressed. We get stressed from work, and we don't have time to cook. So mostly we are tempted to eat instant food, or marami sa atin tumatawag na lang, no? I don't have time to cook, just you call and then somebody deliver, no? And then pagpunta ka sa grocery, may mga ready-made, papainit mo na lang, no? And then we are fan of those packed. Wala na masyado sa atin yung pupunta sa palengke, bibili ng gulay, karne, ganyan, tapos lulutuin. No. Pag nasa probinsya ka, mas okay pa. Pero kung minsan pag nasa probinsya ka naman, namimiss yung mga nabibili. Pasensya na kayo. Ang layo ng ang layo ng store. Kaya hindi kami makabili ng sardinas or whatever. Kaya ito na lang manok ang kinatay namin. So, which is even better, right? So, we are already going away from the natural food, from whole foods. That's why we are getting sick. That's the problem. That's why we are promoting low carb. There are many, many doctors already right now, who realize that they are prescribing the wrong medicine to their patients. Kita nila bakit hindi gumagaling yung mga patient nila, because mostly what the doctors give are just maintenance. It's not really the solution. So low carb is, a lot of doctors are now promoting. There is one doctor here, Dr. Jamnadas, na before, he believed what the American Diabetic Association is telling them to do. And even what he studied from many years in medicine, and tignan niya, hindi nag-i-improve yung mga pasyente niya. Only after some time that he realizes that he's giving the wrong medicine. Dr. Ekberg, Dr. Berry, Dr. Berg, Dr. Jason Fong. Dr. Jason Fong is the one who promote intermittent fasting, low carb, or keto, no, not keto. Intermittent fasting mostly they're promoting, and low carb. Salamat, Abril. Thank you, Janabeth. So these doctors know already, and they see the improvement. They see the improvement of their patients. Kaya, uh, this is not for us just to, say something chika chika. It's really for our own good, for our own benefit, because we are living in a. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Waray waray. Thank you for driving here with Mr. Gratitude. Thank you for everyone. So it's really very important that uh, we are conscious with the food we eat. And number one that we we are conscious of what we eat are carbs. You know, uh, merong pinopromote ni Dr. Jocelyn Rojo sa Philippines, life without rice. You know, I know many of us Filipinos are really still into rice. I think walang problema dyan basta lahat whole foods. Pero kung kumakain kayo ng rice, bread, kakanin, ano pa ba? And then maraming food na binibili nyo sa grocery na may mga labels, naka-pack, ganyan. Oh my goodness, you're poisoning your body. You are poisoning your body. And mostly are carb. And then we've been scammed by the medical industry for many years because of Ansel case. Before they promote, yung mga fats are, the cause of heart disease, the cause of hypertension, and diabetes. Maraming kakasakit kasi ng heart disease nung 1950s, and they blame those saturated fats. And then after some time, they found out that to make the story short, they found out it's not true. Mayroong conclusion si Ansel Keys na he wants to prove that saturated fat is the problem. And then they made some experiment. Pero yung mga experiment na selected, those countries that doesn't, align to the results of the experiment, to the conclusion that they want to prove, they remove it. They selected yung mga countries na close to their conclusion, to their hypothesis. So selected. Kaya tayo, ayoko ng taba dahil tumataba na ako, kakasakit ako, Iwasan natin yung mga taba, iwasan natin yung mga meat, yung mga nagre-reduce, yung mga karne ang iniiwasan. Ganyan. But, they eat a lot of rice, they eat a lot of, other, especially mga food na may mga preservatives, ganyan. So, still, they're still gaining weight. They don't know that it's the carb that is making us gain weight. Hindi yung mga taba. You just imagine, bakit yung baka mataba? Bakit yung baka mataba? I would like to ask that question to you guys. Why is the cow fat? It's because the cow eat fats? Kumakain ba ng taba yung yung baka? Kaya siya mataba? No, because the cow eat grains, carbs. Kaya dito ang hirap maghanap ng or grass-fed meat. Why? Dahil pag kumakain lang ng puro grass yung baka, kahit maghapon kakain, hindi masyadong tumataba. So, yung mga farmers, what they do, they feed them corn, they feed them grains, feeds, like that. That's why nag-gain ng weight yung baka. Kaya they can sell, because of weight, they can sell. Yeah. So, kaya nag-gain ng weight. So, it's the carb that makes us gain weight. It's not the fats. Of course, ngayon, kung yung kinakain nating karne yung hindi grass-fed, yun din problema ngayon. Pero pag grass-fed yun, It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. But if you eat food that is not that's not organic, also a big problem. Kaya, but it's still better. Kahit hindi organic yung karne, it's still better than those ultra processed food. Oh, we have Chinese visitor here. Thank you for coming. I can hardly hear the Song Juan Kyung he I don't know. Song Swan. Is that correct? Song Swan Kyo. I can read a little bit, just a little bit of Korean. So that's why low carb is better. Okay, low carb is better when we talk about health. So uh, pizza, siguro paminsan-minsan, no? Yung mga, when we go out, I myself, I cheat. We call it cheating. When you go low carb and then sometimes you eat kakanin, ice cream like that. Sometimes it's unavoidable, no? Especially pag may mga party. Jenaline Tunog, thank you very much. Pag may mga party, it's so hard to avoid those food. Okay? Cheat days. But, huwag palagi. Huwag palagi. So, one problem of us is what makes us gain weight, what makes us store fats in our body is because of insulin. Once the insulin is there, insulin is high, okay, you're storing, you're not burning enough. And also, if you keep on eating, that's a problem. 3 times chips, soda, ganyan. If you eat 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day, we eat 3 times plus in between may mga snacks. When I was in Philippines, nag-apprentice ako sa isang mechanic. So we spend a lot of time. We have less work because we after breakfast we work and then 10 o'clock merenda muna, coke and then tinapay, and then lunch may coke na naman, okay, and then 3 o'clock merenda time, coke na naman, and then dinner, pag 3 times may rice yan. Alam mo naman mga lalaki, 1 cup of rice is not enough for us. 2-3 cups like that, with ulam. And that's a big problem. 1 cup of rice is equivalent to 10 to 12 teaspoons of sugar. Now, if we eat 2 cups of rice every meal, yung 3 meals, 6 cups of rice na yun. Actually, yung 2 cups of rice, bitin pa sa akin noon. And then, hindi ako kontento kung hindi ako nag-rice din ng morning. Yan din ang breakfast ko, rice din. Sa atin, yung iba dyan, hindi nga nag-rice, pero nag-bread naman, pandesal, kape, tapos yung kape may, tamis sugar, ang tamis-tamis, ganyan. So, no wonder talaga magkakasakit tayo because it's too much for the body. The body has limited capacity. If we eat more than what our body need, the body has no choice but to store them, store them in our belly. If you hold your, United Production Film is here. Thank you for coming. If you touch your belly and your belly is, hindi siya flat, okay, malaki, or if you stand up and you cannot even see your toe, that's a big problem, no? If yung belly natin merong skin, and then second subcutaneous fat, and then third is visceral fat. Yung visceral fat are the fats in between our organs, and that's the problem. Visceral fat is the problem. We get sick of visceral fat, and once we eat them and our insulin is high, we store them. Yeah. So yeah, I'm promoting blue zone regions actually, by Dan Buettner. And then once we store them in our liver, of course, in our muscles, but limited capacity na yung muscles. So yung mga extra, we put in the middle liver. At least in our muscle, we burn them. No? And we store them in our visceral fat. No? And then, our liver, if we don't have enough glucose, it transform into glucose. But most of the time, pag nagutom tayo, kakain na naman. Kaya we have no time to burn those stored fats. No? So, by the way, it transform into fats and transform into triglyceride, through lipogenesis, and then transform into what do you call this? VLDL. Okay, so that's a problem. Kaya kakasakit. Be careful with fatty liver too. Yeah, this is a cause of too much carb actually. Fatty liver, too much carb in our body. So that's why I am with low carb, promoting low carb talaga. No? Tayo, hindi tayo makontento ngayon, pati kung minsan sabi ko, bakit ang sarap ng loto nila, no? Normal na loto, Pinoy na loto. Pero ang sarap, no? May mga nilalagay pa, uh, Sprite or something na which is pampalasa. Mostly, sa ngayon, sa panahon natin ngayon, mga pampalasa natin are sugar, no? Because sugar is addictive. No? And that's why we have difficulty controlling what we take, because sugar makes us addicting. Ako, pag kumain ako ng ice cream, sabi ko, 2-3 scoop lang. That's it. Pag kumain ako, 2 pa. And that's it. May isa pa. Or cookies, Cookies, 3 na lang, 2 lang. Or kung minsan, I'm trying to avoid carb. But anyway, I'll just take one. Pag kinain mo, maybe one more. One more. Yeah. It is very addicting. But if you eat whole foods, it's so hard na you overeat. No? It's so hard. Siguro, ewan ko kung kaya nyo kumain ng 5 apple na dire-diretso. No? Pwede nyo kaya nyo kumain ng 5 cookies, pero 5 apple o 5 orange o yung broccoli, yung 100 calorie na broccoli compared to 100 calorie of cookies. Yung anak ko, hindi ko mapakain ng isang o 2 broccoli. No? So, that's why, especially mothers who have control of your kitchen, I advise you, get rid of those processed foods sa kitchen. Get rid of those. Throw them away. No? Throw them away for your own good. And then, dahil malayo ka sa temptation. So for me, my kids, talagang, and also my wife, it's so hard for them already, And then, I cannot throw those food away. Unless na magkaroon kami ng agreement. Even my kids, even I'm telling them, overcome this. Avoid this food. Avoid that food. Pero wala na. Addict na. No? So, buti pa yung son ko, yung lalaki, medyo nakikinig. No? Yung nililimit niya. Yung anak ko babae, ay yung limit niya yung rice. Pero yung snacks naman, she can hardly control. But if possible, yung mga mother, especially mga mother, you have more control when it comes sa food sa bahay. Para malayo sa temptation, wala kayong makukuha ng mga processed food sa kitchen. Take them away. Throw them away. No? At least mas malayo. Mas malayo kayo sa temptation. Dahil kung andyan, ako pag umuwi ako, pag tingin ko sa dining table, nako, daming mga temptation. Kaya kung minsan, sige nga, patikim nga lang. And then yung patikim, naparami na. No? So that's the problem. Kaya let's live a low carb life, especially if you're living in developed countries. No? Dito, alam nyo, ang hirap maghanap ng organic food. It's so hard to look for organic food. Hey, Lito Juliano, thank you very much. It's so hard to look for organic food. And even in Malaysia, I know. So, if you're living in a country na, ano tawag dito, na developed country, I advise you to do low carb, to go low carb. I tell you, if you don't like to get sick, and also high carb, it uh, it prevents you of absorbing yung mga nutrients na kinakain natin. Halimbawa, high carb ka, and then you eat nutritious food. The body have hard time, absorbing yung vitamin C, vitamin D, because of too much glucose in the blood. No, the blood is the one that distributes the nutrients in the body, but the of if too much sugar in the blood, it slows down. Kaya sabi mo, bakit healthy naman kinakain ko? Bakit ang hina-hina ko pa rin, no? And then you need more supplement because it's too much. If you put too much carb in the body can hardly, function. Okay, so remember, insulin. If this insulin is high, it means you're eating too much carb. No, insulin is too much carb. So you can check that, yung blood sugar nyo. No, the blood can only take 100 milligram per deciliter of blood glucose. No? Pag 117, 120, 150, 200 yan, yeah, it's so difficult. You have to go for low carb and intermittent fasting, Listen yung the only way to lessen yung carb, that's the best way to do diet. Hindi yung diet na normal na ginagawa natin na calories in, calories out. No? Oh, I lessen the food that I eat. Konti lang kinakain ko. No? Alam niyo, pag ganun, bababa rin yung metabolism mo. No? You can eat enough until you're full, but eat the right food. No? Ang suggestion ko, kung hindi niyo maiwasan ang carb, hindi niyo maiwasan na eat ng too much, then eat whole foods. Okay? Eat whole foods. Let's say, pag tinapay dyan, imbis na matem ka, yung saging na lang. No? Or ano ba yung mga whole foods? Yung mga foods found in nature. Yun na lang. No? You can eat one more and one more. Okay. Ako, pag nag-craving ako, sabi ko, may mga choices dito. No? Ito, cookies. Yan palagi sa table. No? Especially pag Christmas, dami mga binibigay ng mga Christmas gift, and mostly chocolate or cookies. It's so hard to discipline yourselves. Because sometimes, okay, craving ako. Iniiwasan ko pati banana, yung mga high carb fruits. But it's better than the processed food. Kaya sabi ko, sige na lang, yung banana lang kaysa naman mapakain ako sa cookies na yan. Like that. So, it's so difficult, but I'm disciplining myself. If you live that way, I tell you, your health will improve. And also, how do you call this? Intermittent fasting. If you can skip lunch, it's good. Because that's the only way na you can burn yung mga storage fats sa katawan natin. It takes 8 to 10 hours to burn those carbs. We are like a hybrid cars. Alam mo yung hybrid? You use gasoline and you use electric. So once you deplete all your carb, your glucose sa katawan natin, mga 8 to 10 hours, that's the time you burn your fats. Ketones. Ketones is better fuel, especially sa brain, especially sa mga kakaroon na ng mga makalimutin na mga ganyan. Ketones is a good source of fuel, but you cannot burn ketones if you still have glucose in your body. So if you do not deplete all the glucose, yun kasi ang next na i-burn ng katawan natin, ketones. Okay? But they said that glucose is the number one priority uh, source of energy sa katawan natin. But it's not. No? It's the body burns glucose first because it's dangerous for the body. It's poison to the body. So the body will burn that first. Okay, get rid of that, and then as time you burn fats. And the only way you can burn fats is at least 13 hours na hindi ka kakain. No? If you can make it 14 or 15 hours, no? If you have your breakfast at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or even 10 o'clock. Huwag yung early morning, no? If we, tayong mga addict sa food, it's so hard. But if you do that, you give time to burn ketones. The only way you can burn ketones is you prolong yung period na no food, no food, no eating, And then if you don't eat for 17 hours, there's what we call autophagy. Autophagy is the body will clean and repair yung mga cells natin na dysfunctional. Pero mga zombie cells na sinasabi na hindi na nagfa-function sa katawan natin. And the only way you can burn them or recycle them or, there's what we call apoptosis na yung mamamatay sila by themselves is when you go through 17 hours of fasting or more, from 17 to 72 or even more. Okay, so one best healing talaga is fasting and low carb. Okay, so that's all, friends. Just give you a short tip about that. And again, I'm also promoting the way we set our mind in the morning. Very important. The reason why we get stressed is because we don't clean what is in our mind. Kaya I'm promoting this also morning routine. And I have to do it first. I'm not a morning person, but the only way I can discipline is live ako. May makikinig man o wala, I don't care. I just have somebody whom I could share what I'm grateful for. Okay, share. So before I start that, I wake up, I sit a little bit and think of what I'm grateful for, and then mag-live ako, and then I still say something what I'm grateful for, short lang, but just to let you know na that's how I discipline myself, and I hope you do the same, because what you think in the morning affects the whole day. If you want a good positive mindset, start it when you wake up. Start what kind of mindset you set your mind when you wake up. It's very important. All right. Thank you very much. I don't like to take much of your time. For me, 30 minutes is already enough for me. All right. Shael Elias. Wow. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for coming. So, reply nyo na lang dyan sa Facebook. What am I saying? Abril Ardis, Adeline, Talia Aquino, thank you very much for coming. Thank you everyone. So mag-end na tayo. And also my Facebook friend, thank you very much for coming. All right, my friend. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone, once again. Thank you, Kuya Thomas. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much. So mag-end na ako, and see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.